Welcome back to Crocheting for Students. This is our fourth step and it's our third row. So we've done our slip knot, then we did our first row of 7 stitches, our second row of 14 stitches, and now what we're going to do is every time there is a double stitch, so you can see there's a double stitch there, we're going to do another double stitch. So it's not as important to keep count this time. You can just follow the pattern, and every time there's a double stitch, you make a double stitch. So this is a double, you move one over, and that's a single. And you can see a double stitch, it sort of looks like a V or a W, and a single stitch is just an O. There's no yarn coming in there. Okay, so this is a double, and we're going to put 2 stitches in there. This is a single, we're going to put a single stitch in there. Now before we get going, we can actually cut off the tail. So you just want to trim it fairly close. These scissors are not very sharp. Trim it off, and that certainly cleans up what we're working with now. So we can make our first stitch into the double. So our first stitch is going to be a double. So wrap around, put it in, pick up a piece of yarn, pull through, and there we have our first stitch of the second row. So we can now take our stitch marker out and put it back into there. Okay, always move your stitch marker the first stitch that you make. Okay, so over, around, through, and pick up. Okay, so that's a double. Now we come along and there is a single, so we only do 1. Okay, so a single, single, next stitch is a double, so we do 2. Okay, double, single. Next we have a double. So in this row, the pattern goes double, single, double, single, double, single, all the way around. So you're going to keep going all the way around, repeating the pattern till you get to the end. You want to make sure that you're keeping things fairly tight. If you let your yarn sort of flop around and get a little bit loose, your toque is going to be uneven. So you want to try and keep things as tight as possible. I'm going fairly quickly. I've done this a lot, but there's no race. You don't need to worry about being a speed demon. Just make sure that you're making it steady and the stitches are all even. Okay, single, double, double, so we are creating a pattern here, and for the rest of the toque while we're enlarging it, you are always going to make a double stitch where there is a double stitch. You're always going to make a single stitch where there is a single stitch. Okay, so now we're back to the beginning. Do our joining stitch again. So where the stitch marker is, put it in, pick it up, pull it through again. And there we have our third row. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting quite a nice little circle here, and you're just going to continue this pattern for the next couple of rows.